Hi, Jonathan Ginsberg here. I want to talk to you about credit. One of the biggest concerns that many of my bankruptcy clients express to me has to do with the impact that bankruptcy filing will have on their credit. I think most people assume that filing bankruptcy will damage your credit, but there are a lot of misconceptions and misinformation out there about how you can rebuild your credit after bankruptcy. I'd like to offer you my take on this important question. First, you have to understand a little bit about credit reports and credit scores. Credit reporting companies like Equifax and Experian and TransUnion are private companies. They are not governmental agencies. They compile data about you to enable lenders to make decisions about whether or not to extend credit or to loan money. Credit reporting agencies use a formula designed by a company called the Fair Isaac Company to come up with your credit score. The exact formula is secret, but Fair Isaac on its website reveals many of the factors and how those factors are weighed. So let's look at those factors one by one. According to Fair Isaac, your score, 35% of your score, is based on payment history. Now obviously when you file bankruptcy, you're not making payments anymore, so bankruptcy is going to hurt you in terms of your payment history. But if you have a poor payment history anyway leading up to bankruptcy, which is fairly common, it's my opinion at least that bankruptcy filing is not going to make an already bad situation a whole lot worse. So again, in my view, in many cases, bankruptcy is not going to hurt you terribly when it comes to your payment history. The second biggest factor, which is 30% according to Fair Isaac, has to do with the amounts you owe. Now here, bankruptcy can actually help you because when you file bankruptcy and you get a discharge, the amount that you owe is going to be either zero or very low, so it's going to greatly improve your debt-to-income ratio. 15% of your score focuses on the length of your credit history, and obviously bankruptcy doesn't change that at all. 10% of your score looks at new credit. So generally a person with a lot of new credit is going to see a decrease in their score. Bankruptcy doesn't have any impact on your new credit, and if anything, you're going to find it difficult to get new credit for about 6 months to a year after filing bankruptcy. So the new credit factor is not going to be impacted very much by bankruptcy. The final 10% of your credit score concerns the type of credit you use. Now a balanced credit report is going to have both unsecured debt like credit cards and secured debt like a mortgage or a car payment. Your bankruptcy filing in many cases is going to reduce your unsecured debt, credit card debt, signature loans, that sort of thing, and as well as your total indebtedness. So at worst, a bankruptcy is going to have a neutral effect on this factor. So when you take it as a whole, a bankruptcy will reflect negatively on your credit report, but it's going to improve your debt-to-income ratio and it's going to lower your outstanding debt. My experience has been it takes about 6 to 12 months after your bankruptcy discharge before your credit bounces back to the point where you can qualify for a house or a car or a credit card even. So filing bankruptcy is not the end of the world when it comes to your credit. It's going to take you about a year to get back, and the misconceptions you hear that it's going to take 5 or 10 years, that's just flat out wrong. So I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to call my office. I'm at 770-393-4985.